Nike finally showed up. They've officially released a Caitlin Clark commercial that actually treats her like the superstar she is. Is it 2 years late? Without question. But here's the twist. This ad is loaded with smart details. Hidden Easter eggs that have fans believing maybe 2026 is the moment Nike goes all in. And with all the chaos surrounding the CBA right now, the WNBA is going to need that kind of push. It's a short spot, but it's packed with meaning. There's a lot to unpack, so let's break it down. And before we do, hit like if you love the ad, and drop a comment if you think Nike waited way too long. Let's be real, fan frustration with Nike has been boiling for a while. They've had the biggest star in women's sports under contract. Their sales have been sliding, and what was their response? Almost nothing. For 2 years, Caitlin Clark sat sidelined in the marketing game while other athletes received signature shoes that everyone knew wouldn't move the needle. Then, earlier in 2025, Nike finally revealed the Double C logo, teasing a signature shoe line slated for spring 2026. Still, fans weren't convinced. Teases are easy. What they wanted was proof, an ad that confirmed Nike truly sees Caitlin as the global icon she is. And now it's finally here. Nike dropped the From Anywhere commercial on Christmas Day, prime time. One of the biggest advertising stages of the year, sharing space with NFL and NBA broadcasts. That's elite territory. That's where you place legends. Your MJs. Your LeBrons. And fans immediately felt the difference. Why? Because Nike made a brilliant choice. They tapped into nostalgia. The ad echoes the legendary Nothing But Net commercial with Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, the trash talk, the impossible shots, the competitive energy. One of the most iconic sports ads ever made. And Nike recreated that same spirit with Caitlin. Over and over, she's asked, "Can you make it from there?" And every time, she steps back even farther and drains another deep three. Without ever saying it, Nike builds a GOAT-level comparison. But here's where it gets even deeper. This wasn't just a flashy commercial. It's layered with Easter eggs that prove Nike actually understands Caitlin's journey and what her fans care about. Let's walk through them. First, the setting. No polished gym. No artificial shine. It's outdoors on blacktop in a driveway. That's real. That's where Caitlin grew up playing. Small-town Iowa. Long hours. Outdoor courts. Pure grind. Nike could have gone corporate and glossy. They didn't. And fans noticed. Next, there's Caitlin's college coach, Lisa Bluter, making an appearance. And it's far from random. She appears at the 22-second mark, Caitlin's number at Iowa, and with a fever. Intentional. Symbolic. Respectful. But it goes even further. Lisa Bluter is standing in the exact spot where Caitlin Clark broke the NCAA all-time scoring record. One of the most defining moments of her career. And Nike made sure that moment wasn't just remembered, it was honored, visually, forever. Then there's the tagline, "From Anywhere." And this is where the brilliance really shows. It works on 2 separate levels. On the surface, it's literal. Caitlin can score from anywhere. Logo range, half court, it doesn't matter. Give her daylight and the shot is falling. But on a deeper level, it's symbolic. It's saying you can rise from anywhere. Small-town Iowa. Overlooked places. Non-traditional routes. It's aspirational. It's empowering. And it mirrors Caitlin's journey perfectly. Then come the cameos. The Kelsey brothers, who previously interviewed Caitlin on their podcast. Michael Che, who sat beside her during her Saturday Night Live Weekend Update appearance. And Travis Scott, who was present when Caitlin shattered the Division I scoring record. These figures come from completely different worlds, NFL, music, comedy, and they all ask her the same question. Can you make it from there? The only thing that could have pushed this over the edge would have been Taylor Swift. That would have broken the internet instantly. But even without that, the message is crystal clear. Caitlin's impact isn't niche. She isn't just a WNBA storyline. She's a cultural force. And then there's the music choice, Boys Wanna Be Her by Peaches. The lyrics say everything without spelling it out. Girls wanna be her. Boys wanna be her. That's the Caitlin Clark effect summed up in a single line. She pulls everyone in. Nike knew exactly what they were doing with that selection. And maybe this part wasn't accidental either. The song comes from a Toronto artist, which could subtly nod to her international appeal, especially with the WNBA expanding into Canada. But one thing was definitely intentional. The commercial includes Cantonese subtitles. That's a clear acknowledgement of Caitlin's global audience. And this is what critics keep missing when they claim her fan base is limited to the Midwest. She has supporters everywhere. Just look back at the Brazil preseason game. Opponents were lining up for selfies with her like she was Jordan. Because in women's basketball, she is. And Nike recognizing that, even quietly, proves they understand her reach stretches far beyond the United States. All of this is fueling optimism that 2026 will be the year of Caitlin, a full rollout, a signature shoe in spring 2026, national ads, a worldwide campaign, everything aligned. And honestly, the WNBA is going to need it. Right now, the league is stuck in a full-blown PR disaster with the CBA negotiations. Fans are turning on players for rejecting deals that would have seemed unimaginable just a few years ago, putting the 2026 season in jeopardy. I'll be honest, this is my first video in a month because the situation has been that frustrating. This ad restores some hope heading into 2026 and reminds me there's still something worth watching. And speaking of watching, thank you for sticking with my videos and supporting the channel throughout 2025. I truly appreciate it and hope we're talking about a lot more positive moments in 2026. So drop a W in the comments, because if you made it this far, you're already winning.